Hi, we're Passion Pit, and you're watching Fuse.
The past year has been great for me. I kind of fell back in. Well, I quit drinking 2 years ago, and it's given me a new lease of life in DJing. Because now I kind of take it more seriously. I remember it, and it's easier to do it kind of night after night. And so I've just researched into DJing, which is what I've mainly been doing this year. I've done like 60 shows all around the world. I did a residency in Vegas over the summer, which was interesting. Played a rave at the Great Wall of China. So I've just been a jobbing DJ for most of the year and thoroughly enjoying it. The rave on the Great Wall of China was one of those gigs of like, it had to be done. Like, no one had played on Brighton Beach in my hometown of Brighton before, so we thought, why not do it? And no one had played at Loch Ness in Scotland, so we let's put a party on there. No one had done a rave on the Great Wall of China. They'd done kind of classical music up there. But yeah, so we put on a rave, and like 2 hours out of Beijing on the Mongolian border, and managed to have 5,000 ravers and projected lasers onto the wall behind us. Great fun. I've been in the business for 26 years now, and I think I've got to a point in my career where I don't feel I have to put out a record every 2 years. Also, at the moment, I'm kind of so inspired by DJing. I don't know. I don't feel I've got a record in me, and like I said, there's no reason that I have to do one. So I'm between albums, quite firmly between albums at the moment. But I mean, I sort of branched off and did work with David Byrne. With him, I did the BPA album. But when I've got another Fatboy Slim album in me, I'll make it. But at the moment, I'm having far too much fun doing this. I did an album with David Byrne called Here Lies Love, which was a 22-song musical about the life of Melda Marcos. Now, if anybody else in the world, apart from David Byrne, had asked me to do that, I would have said, it's not really me. But I mean, David Byrne is just such a kind of lifelong hero, especially a musical hero. And so when he phones up and says, do you want to do something together? You just say yes. And I had great fun doing it. He's a fantastic person to work with, really properly, it's kind of, he seems really awkward, but he kind of knows exactly what he wants and how to do it. And so pleasure to work with him. Not the most pop-orientated album I've ever done, and not the most kind of dance floor based, but a really good exercise in doing something different. I probably wouldn't do it again unless David Byrne came up with another stupid idea. I feel that kind of my heart and my roots are being a DJ. And I've kind of experimented playing in bands and playing the bass, but I'm definitely a much better DJ than I am a musician. And I sort of like dabbling in producing other artists, remixing and stuff like that. But DJing's the thing I always come back to. It's the thing that's most in my heart. It's good to see there's a kind of resurgence of electronic dance music in America, because there was a wave about 10 years ago when there was like me and the Chemical Brothers and Basement Jaxx and people. We were kind of coming over, and then it sort of died down a bit. I think America's I think it's harder to fight against the sort of conservative, sort of rock and roll, country and western stylings of the music business. So it's really nice that there's a kind of resurgence of dance music. Hence, I'm back here. It's all good.